All right, I've got a solution. This
Adventure
time, to make
line.
sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
I love how it's
Just
been
follow the
trademarked.
line. How simple is that?
Alright. Let's see if I can stay perfectly on this line. Oh, I've fucked it up already. This isn't the way you tell me to go, you crazy old man.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny!
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I
Simply
guess.
by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
Oh, that's
Hang on.
deep. That is
A
deep.
bit weird back there.
That
Well,
is.
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I think you're the crazy one. Corporate imbalances, financial records. Right.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
That is a mighty
Stanley,
fine
this
fern.
fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Yeah, it's definitely a fern. Definitely a fern. I'll remember you, fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
You're drunk.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Ow. We were so close.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure
forget
line.
the damn
What's it ever
line.
done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Let's wander away.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to fight lions. Lions
Oh,
the
no,
size
you
of
again. Stanley,
elephants.
I'd also like to veto the lion from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I love how everything's been trademarked. I want to follow it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Righto.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right,
Mind fuck.
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Logic OP. The confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's
I'm pretty sure
how
we're
all
close to
this
that.
goes? It's all determined? So now, according
fate.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't
After a
want to
long
forget?
time, Stanley dies.
And I'm going blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
We all know you're gonna cave.
Stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Pretty
would
sure.
we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Only time will
Sure.
tell.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, Jesus. It's taking its sweet time to load. And back to square one. Yeah. Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
With me. Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, this time, gonna get to the boss's office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I'm gonna find myself a voice box. I'm gonna speak into it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find it coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're being trapped in an infinite loop like this. Oh,
Stepping into his manager's
It's a
office,
fancy
Stanley was
room.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the
Yes, I
terrible
can use
truth
that.
his boss had been keeping from him.
I've got
And so
hands.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
that's mighty
But of
secretive.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Not unless somebody spilled the beans. 2, 8. I think it was 4. And I'm pretty sure it was 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
'Cause I'm
Amazing.
awesome.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Why doesn't he just route the power from the building rather than having his own little generators? I'm just saying. Just seems to be easier.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when
think it's a heart attack.
it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Jeepers creepers. Where'd you get those people?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Awesome. It's like Cerebra. It's like I'm walking towards Cerebra. Awesome. Press the big...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah! Sprinting. That's a funny looking computer.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom! Freedom!
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Can't remember what employee number I
was
was.
Happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Seems legit.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Wow.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Big
For
red
he
button.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Is that a button? No. Let's go to the... This. What did that do? I'm gonna press all these flashing buttons. Look at this shiny, shiny. There's one. I'm gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if that does it. 1, 2. 3 was around here, right? That 4? Looks like a 4 to me. Which used to do absolutely nothing. Always the way. Well, not always the way, but usually games are a bit more linear than this. 5 was at the end, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it did nothing.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Might have to get my evil on. Turn it on. Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonator. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is
more than enough.
More fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
No.
your time to shine.
God
You
damn
are
it.
the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk
Maybe 1,
about
2, 3,
you,
4, 5 works
about
now.
me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
I erased
turned off
them,
the
man.
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Well, I'm not.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time
Why would
doesn't
you do
grow
that?
on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
It's gotta be
Running from
something.
Button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Oh, I think I
But
broke
here's a
it.
spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Don't do it, man.
Take a
Goodbye.
look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
I'm just gonna let it go
choice.
peacefully.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Happily ever after.